Hello everyone and welcome back to my Timberborn series where we play the Iron Thieves on the Lakes map. Last time we left off by starting to build our coffee supply, and I think this is what we're going to focus on doing this episode. So what we do need is gears, treated planks and metal blocks. Metal blocks and gears we're definitely on our way to getting. Just the treated planks is what is missing. So let's figure this out. We do need the treated plank factory, which needs 800 science. We have 170, so that's not a lot. But we do have a little bit more space for additional scientists. And while I really want to build the number cruncher, we are going to focus on putting 2 more scientists in, just to speed up this process of getting our science to where it should be. Alright, so this is set up. We're not going to make these explode because they still need to build these dynamites, or like put these in, which means we should also, start our dynamite factory again. Now, having done all of this, we're now actually at over 50 beavers. That's quite a bit, with only 4 of the breeding pots. So the initial estimate that one of the breeding pots will support 10 beavers is not quite accurate. So my guess, it might be more like 15. So with 4 breeding pots, we might go up to about 60. We do have a lot of our water pumpers in. They are filling up all of these water tanks. We might want to consider putting another large water tank in, and maybe we do something like we did over here where our coffee beans are being stored, where we put enough space in the back here just to put our water tank over there. I do think the water tanks, the large ones at least, they have their exit right in the center, and they do. So we need an additional area over here, and we do not need this one. So with that, we should be able to actually build our large water. Wow, they're already building all of this real fast. All right, that's good news. So we're going to put in another water tank, let this to store water. This can just happen in the background. We will high prioritize this, and we already have. We have the gears in, we have the metal blocks in. So what we really need was prevent this from flooding. So how is this even flooding? Crazy. Right, that means, oh right, I forgot. Good thing I remember this. We do want to put this on auto. Not that this will make much of a difference, but how about we close this when it's downstream above 1? No, that should actually not. No, it is closing, opening, closing, opening. So don't think this is worth it. So let's keep these open overall. But what we do need to do is actually reduce the height of this until actually water is coming through here, and now it's coming through here. So not all the water is actually flowing over in this direction, but that also means, even though we only have 1 of these, all of the water will actually shoot down there, which means this will give us a ridiculous amount of energy. I mean, overall pretty cool, but obviously we do not want our entire area to flood as it is doing right now. So we're going to put this down to 0.8. We're going to lower this actually just to 0 for now, in the hope that this will reduce the overall speed over here. And it is going down, which is good, which means there's less water flowing in here, and that will hopefully get these buildings back on track. Let's in the meantime look at our additional water supply. We do still need 60 gears. We have 0. Excellent. So, and we do need quite a bit of the metal blocks. Didn't mean to do this. So they are producing the metal blocks, but not a lot is going on right now, which I guess is fair enough. We will have, well, we do have a little bit of extra space basically over here. Oh, it is going back. Will it go down all the way? Put this back to 0.8. It might take a while before they're actually done in putting all of this in here. So in the meantime, they are actually putting in all the dynamite over there. All of this should hopefully be in reach. Yep, so nothing to worry about here. We are producing bad water up here, which is good. And they should actually try to finish building these, but we haven't put them on high priority, which is just something to remember. So when the drought hits, we only have one gravity battery that will actually supply us with electricity. So instead we should probably try, nah, let's not go overboard. So the drought will hit soon. I don't think we're missing these buildings too much. Once the drought hits, we're going to turn this back on, which means we will still produce our gears and our additional planks. And we're still waiting on the metal blocks for this. And I think they're actually bringing all the metal blocks up here. 10, 1, 0, 0, I guess at least some of them. All right, so far not a lot has happened, which I guess, you know, is okay. But what this tells me here, we do need to find a different solution for this. So we actually have water tipping over the blocks here. Again, not great, but overall something that we can deal with. But the big question remains how. So this is closed, this is open, this is at the lowest setting that it is, that it can be. I guess we could put in another sluice over there. No, that wouldn't help us ultimately. So I would love to get this up higher, to be honest. Which means maybe we shouldn't use this, but we should actually use a floodgate. And we don't have the triple floodgates unlocked yet. We could unlock them, but I really just want to put in our just actually see this 5 scientists working their butts off, which is great. I also have noticed this is now full of kohlrabis. We do have plenty of food supply, although it does actually seem a little bit low. Could actually turn on this one now that the drought is about to hit, which obviously doesn't make a lot of sense. But the cassavas are actually ready to be harvested. We currently just don't have any farmhouses that have space for the regular cassavas. Alright, drought hit. We have stemmed the flooding issue over here, so I am going to just top this up all the way. So we can very slowly release water into this area. Let's actually see, this closes above downstream of 0.5, 0.45. This should both be, actually probably both be of 0.5, which I think should be alright without it tipping over. We will keep an eye now on, there is a lot of water flooding through here. Nope, so this did not work. So I guess 0.45, 0.45, for whatever reason that didn't work. And it should have worked, because I don't think the water supply down here would actually be above, actually be below 0.45. Close above, downstream, we could actually just, that was the issue. I'd put it on open rather than on auto. So now we've put it on auto, we've put it on 0.25, which I think is fine. So that works good for us. We are going to pause these water pumpers. We're also, because we're currently lacking a little bit of labor, We're also going to pause 3 more of these water pumpers, which ultimately will give us some free beavers to work on our other jobs, or well, as a hauler, not our other jobs, because once we have any free beavers, they basically start filling this up until this is full, because this is our lowest priority, and I think that makes a lot of sense. So we do need treated planks. We do have the signs now for the treated planks, so let's put in our wood workshop just over here. We will need a storage facility for treated planks, and you know what, we can actually just put it right here. I think overall that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We can even build like a pathway up here and then create additional they're building this real fast. We do have this on highest priority. We set this on highest priority, to be honest. Our gear workshop is chopping away on stuff, and like I said before, we do want to put in our storage facility for treated planks. So this will work out just fine. It's just gonna fill up with pine resin, which I think is good. The storage facility is already in, so they are busy beavers. We don't have any additional power over here, so we will pause these, and there's a lot of beavers just running in and out, just moving stuff around, which I guess kind of works. But in the long run, maybe we shouldn't talk about in the long run. Maybe we should actually put in some facility to produce energy over here when we're hitting a drought. While there's not maybe like a ton of scrap metal left, it is a bit of a shame that we would have to wait over here. So let's actually just do this. We're going to remove this piece over here, put in a power supply splitter with a T-junction, and then gonna put in an engine in this direction. There's still enough space for the beavers to walk around, which is good. We're also going to connect this up with the path, and then we need to make sure that this will be built before they overall build this, and that's already in. Great, so we are lacking metal blocks for this, so this will actually not happen before, could actually turn on this part here too. This will not happen before we get water supply back in here to actually, you know, use that water wheel and ultimately create some more metal blocks. We do still need a lot of gears over here, so let's have a look at what is currently high prioritized. We have this high prioritized, but this only needs the planks. We have this high prioritized, and this also needs gears, so I'm going to set this to normal, which should allow us hopefully to build this one a little bit faster. And maybe we should also, just for a temporary measure, put in another gear workshop over there. Put this on highest priority, but we can actually produce a lot more gears a lot faster. Look at how quick they are fully filled in, and already someone working on the gears, which will definitely help us with the current situation and, you know, get everything up and running. Just for some additional storage, not that we immediately need it right now, but I am going to put another storage in there for gears. I'm going to connect this up with our platforms just over that way, and they should kind of build this also relatively quickly once, you know, the next day hits. We have 18 days of the drought left. All of this water has been pumped out, so right now we're just using up our 2.8 thousand what would that be, buckets of water, drinks of water, bottles of water. I don't know what they are actually, because I think they actually carry it as a crate. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Let's say barrels of water. And again, if our beavers actually drink this, like this many barrels of water a day, that'd be pretty intense. All of this area here is now filled with dynamite, so we are going to have it explode excellent, which will give us a bit more water storage in the future. We have a bit more of the water rushing in here currently, which again, not too bad. Let's have a quick look at what our power consumption is. 610. How many planks do we have? 250. So I am going to pause one of the lumber mills. We have all of both of these paused for now, so they're not using up any power. And with that, we should be hopefully a little better. 0, because again, it is nighttime. I don't want to stop our food production. While we are at 1,000 right now, it is something that we should try to keep up. All right, so let's see. This has 18 gears in there now. We are needing another 22, another 20 to be no. They are producing at high speed, which is good. So what else can we focus on? They have put in one of the beaver busts. Excellent. The other one is still, we're still waiting for it, but this will already cover most of our beavers as they are walking out this way to get to their workplaces, basically. So let's look at the next thing that we can put in. A lot of it, like we said before, needs power supply, which is a bit unfortunate. But one thing, if I recall correctly, doesn't need power supply, but 1,000 science is the detailer. And I think we had said that we would put it over here. We could put 2 in here, leave a little bit of space in between. So while we're waiting for the remainder of the science, let's do a little bit of detailing. So these are our paths. Our beaver detailers going here and here. And then we want some more decoration. A brazier might be nice. While it needs some metal blocks, I think that's fine. It will light up our area over here. We can also put a lantern in the back, and in addition we're going to separate these out, not over here, by a shrub, and then we're going to put a few more shrubs in for a bit additional privacy. And I think this area over here will actually be quite nice, so there will be a lot of light, which will be good for our detailer to actually work on the details of our beavers. And then once this is done, some beavers were just hungry. I guess they're just walking around too much. Oh, look at that. So now this is in, but stupid me. We do need to destroy this and put the connection in there, because this building needs the treated planks. There will never be a power supply to here. So we will fill in our three-way connection over here. So it has loaded up with planks, it has loaded up with pine resin. All it really needs is the power. Just one more, and here we go. Now we're producing our treated planks at a good speed, and this will hopefully go immediately in there. So I think, like I said before, the main goal of this episode is to produce coffee, because in all honesty, what's an academic without coffee? So let's definitely get there to the end. 3 planks already in. End of day. We do have 14 days left, 2.4 thousand water. So we've gone down 400 water in 4 days, which means 100 water a day, which means we should be left with 1,000 water at the end of the drought. And we will keep an eye on this just to see if this is really the case. Now we do need a lot more demand, power demand, than we currently have supply. So I will pause one of our gear shops. While it would be nice to get all the gears in here as quickly as possible, we're not that much in a rush. They might also be putting in the gears. Yep, they're putting them into these buildings, which, overall makes sense. Although this has maximum power right now, even though the demand is much higher. So I'm wondering who is actually getting a reduced amount of power. This is on pause, so this wouldn't be it. This one got a reduced amount of power, so did this. And I honestly don't know. Oh. This is moving up now. Interesting. So we are like I kind of expected it to be at night. We're actually overproducing power. This gets pulled up, and meaning during the day we will actually start to use this up. Here you go. So it goes back down. But what does that mean? Horsepower hours? Not entirely sure why it would be horsepower, but it doesn't matter. So 10 planks in, 11 planks in, 14 to go. We will definitely make this during this drought. Sounds a bit weird because, you know, struggling for water, but we are making coffee, which I guess not the worst thing, to be honest. But in the long run, we also probably want to put some dynamite in this area. All right, so in addition, let's see, what else can we do? We have all of this over here. Obviously, the brazier is missing, 2 metal blocks that we will get once the drought ends. And then we can also put in our well-being, our detailer now. We have 1,000 signs, excellent. So let's place this, treated planks, metal blocks, which we will all produce, and we will create 2 of these. Now the big challenge is to pick a design that we like. I do like this purple design, as well actually as the black design. So we're gonna do purple and black. And I do think that's plenty. There apparently you can browse and refresh for custom patterns. I haven't created one of these. If any of you have and you want me to use it, please let me know where to get it. I'm happy to give that a try and see what it looks like. Right, back to the full day. 18 planks in, treated planks in, still producing heavily, which is good. 19, and that's basically just us like running down the clock. So let's see what else we can do. We have 3 unemployed beavers, which we're now also at 54 beavers in total. So what are we gonna do with this excess of beavers? I guess we could turn on some of these buildings again. Don't really think I want to. This guy is doing nothing over here, which I guess is also fine. So maybe we should, because we will need just more and more signs, maybe we should place just 2, 3 additional inventors HUDs. Let's do 4 just in case. And they are building this, which will massively increase our science production and, you know, love science. So kind of makes a lot of sense. Here we go, 2 buildings in, 3 buildings in, 4 buildings almost in. We should have a look at our wood supply. So this area back here will always be, during a drought, will always basically die, which is quite unfortunate. Are we actually chopping it? We are chopping these, but not these. So let's highlight those as well. So when the drought ends and they can replace these, great. Otherwise, it's okay. And here we go. We actually have our coffee brewer in. So I am going to pause this. Come on, make some coffee. I guess it's the middle of the night, so no surprise that it wouldn't make any coffee. So next day started, first thing in the morning. Come on, mate. I know you want who is in there. Amblets. Okay, excellent. You are our hero because you just created 4 cups of coffee. I hope you have one yourself, because it's always better to work with some coffee. All right, and they are starting to fill this up. Excellent. And this was our goal for this episode. Our beavers will be happy, and I fully understand this because, yeah, coffee is awesome. Anyways, thank you everyone for joining, and, leave a comment below. Let me know what you want me to see to like building. I think overall we're doing pretty well. But always happy to get some input and turn this into, like I mentioned before, an actual Let's Play. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.